pretty much how do you actually capture your leads information from a website or a landing page that you have created. One of the crucial, core ways to do it is forms, right? So how about we create the first forms? We head to the side panel and we go components right here, opens up, and you have forms, new. Now you have two different options. DesignDiverso Automata allows to create forms that are tied to campaigns and standalone forms. The main difference is that campaign forms are tied to campaigns and they're limited in terms of features options available. For this example, we're going to stick to a standalone form, which doesn't limit us to any of that. And all we have to do is enter some kind of name for our form, and then we can choose what happens following a submission, right? So they can remain at the form, or you can just have a page created. We want to send them such as thank you page, or for instance display a message such as thank you for your message, right? Something like that. And here the only crucial kind of a toggle that you need to make sure is enabled is the publish one. Otherwise your form is not going to be live. And skip everything else. For now, here you have, of course, the options to have a certain category of items attached to the form. But before that, we can check how to add fields to the form, right? So let's say that we want to capture a name. And so here we can have we have multiple choices about do we want to save the results of this form, and do we want to show a label, pretty much having an input field with a label on the form, and then we can also have choice in terms of the field that we want to capture with this, and choose, of course, whether it's required. In this case, please enter your first name. That should be required. And here we have our actually first name, the HTML name that is pretty much attached to the form, and here are some more toggle options about what we want to display in the form fields, right? So whether we want to autofill data or not, etc. And we leave this as they are for now, and we add it. So here you already created your first form field, and maybe after that we want to create an email address, right? Field, which this is already selected, okay, and this is also required, okay. And there we have it. So a name and an email, and then what we want to do is make sure that we submit, the users submit the results from the form, and it could be send, but we leave it at submit for now for our example. So this is the button that your leads are gonna click on in order to submit the form. And that's it. You can just hit save, and you have it. You have your wonderful form. And then after this, we can also add additional options in order to modify what happens to this, what happens after user submitted a form. For instance, like adding a score. So for instance, when somebody submits the form, 10 points will be added, right, to that company contact. And this is like the basics, real basics of how you create a form in DesignDiverso Automata.